Okay, here we go. Are
Here
you
we
ready?
go.
Are you sure you're ready?
Let's give it a try.
Okay, Kristy, welcome
Thank
to
you.
the Elevate Charlotte podcast. I forgot the name for a second, so that's not a great start, but here we go. It can only go up from here.
That's right. Happy to be
So
here.
thank you so much for joining me. This is Kristy Sisler,
Hi.
our business recruitment manager for economic development.
Yes.
You're my first live guest.
Oh my goodness.
In person.
No pressure.
Yeah,
no
none
pressure.
at all, not at all. So we're going to start with a little bit of about Kristy.
Okay.
So my first question is, tell me a little bit about yourself and your professional background.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited to be here with you, Maria, and everyone who would happen to watch this. My background is rooted in both business development and human resources, with experience helping grow small businesses and working in healthcare and manufacturing industries. So
very nice.
And also in that line, I have a degree in emergency and disaster management. And before joining the economic development office here, I had roles that really focused on building relationships and problem solving. So I've always had a passion for connecting people and solving problems, and now I get to do all that here.
Well, my hope is that we don't use your disaster management skills here. Like, shall we never have another disaster in Charlotte County? Hopefully.
I agree.
Although we know that's not true, so it's nice to have somebody with your skill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can always hope. So just out of curiosity, what drew you to this role, and what are you most excited about?
So I'm most excited about the long-term solutions that we're going to bring here. Being able to have this impact in the community, recruit those companies here that are going to then provide fantastic employment opportunities. That just raises the whole community together, and it has a big impact on families. So that's what I'm most excited about is being able to have that impact.
That's awesome. So how long have you been with us in economic development?
What, 5 months now?
Wow, it's been that long.
I think so.
Wow, time flies when you're having fun, because what's our goal?
To have fun.
To make economic development fun again. And that was your idea, actually.
Development fun again, that's right.
And how has it been for you getting to know Charlotte County?
It's been awesome. I love it here. I love the team in our office, you included.
Aw, thank you.
You guys are fantastic. We have such a great sense of pride in our community, and everyone brings their best efforts every day, and everyone collaborates very well. Even in the county, I've noticed between the school district and our office and the businesses, like everyone really is working together for that common good. So.
That's awesome. Yeah. What surprised you the most about Charlotte County?
Let's see. I think, okay, so about the school district, that really surprised me to see how the school district was listening to the business community, seeing what they needed for training, and then implementing those programs in the schools to raise up that next generation workforce.
Yeah.
Particularly with the aviation program, which I had no idea that those steps had been taken a number of years ago to get the airframe and power plant certification program with the FAA, get that into the school district and into the technical college, so that they could then begin supplying certified mechanics to the aviation industry.
Yeah, I had no idea how lucky we were until, as you know, I have 3 kids, all 3 of them in Charlotte County public schools. I had no idea how good the schools are in Charlotte County. And as a refugee from New Jersey, I know that in New Jersey, they don't do these types of things. The counties, the state, they don't really look at the schools as an opportunity to feed the workforce, let's say, for companies in the area. So I found that fascinating that the school is so in tune with what the county needs, and that, you know, they're so intertwined that they talk to each other. So I found that amazing. So it's like everybody's working together for the common good. It's really refreshing. It's nice to see.
And the school district, as you know, they say the children have to pick an E when they graduate. They have to enroll in college, they have to enlist in the military, or they have to be employed.
Yeah.
And so if someone wants to be employed and choose that career field, to just move on with that, you know, being able to get your certification, specifically in the aviation industry, and start off making $80,000 to $100,000 a year right out of high school.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
Yeah. So, yeah. We're so lucky. Yeah. I didn't realize how lucky we were until I started working in economic development. And that's when it really hit me, you know, awesome. How much goes into what Charlotte County does. Okay. So now, about the role itself. For those who don't know, what is it exactly that business recruitment is? Like, what exactly is a day in the life of?
Well, it could be a bunch of different things. We could be responding to, a business who's inquiring into the office themselves, like, hey, we're looking at coming to your county, or we'd be interested in that. What kind of land do you have available? What workforce is your area comprised of? It could also be going out to a conference. Like I just went to a conference in Atlanta and being able to approach companies and share with them the opportunities here that they may not be aware of, and being able to like share it with them and in that kind of and that's in their space, and see if they'd be interested. So it's a variety of things.
So every day is different, basically.
Every day is different.
That must be fun.
It is fun. I enjoy it. You get to
That's
talk
good.
to a lot of people. It's like you have to like people.
I was gonna say you must be social.
Yes.
Unlike some people.
You have to be very social.
All right. So what are some of your goals for the year? Do you have any specific projects or initiatives that you're really excited about?
Well, so really excited about is growing the area around our airport. So we have some fantastic land available there. And as I went to these shows, like the MRO show, and I talked to some businesses, and when you share with them, listen, we have this right available at our airport, we have this land available, and we have a trained workforce that we have, pretty much it's a continuous flow. I mean, we have almost 200 students enrolled in the airframe and power plant program between the high school and the technical college.
Wow.
Because adults can go too. Like you can go as an adult, you can go to the technical college and get that. So being able to build out that area around the airport, these executives, when you say, hey, we have industrial land available and it's at an airport and we have a workforce, they're like, oh, that's all the boxes.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
Yeah.
So very exciting. So my goal is to focus on that this year.
Well, you've stepped in this position at a really exciting time. What's your perspective in terms of the business community and the momentum you're seeing? Like, where do you see things going?
Oh, there's a lot of momentum, and it's all going forward. We just had a good inform from Metro Forecasting explaining all this explosive growth that we've had in the county in the last couple of years, and that is leading to Metro Forecasting to say, hey, listen, you guys need more shopping centers. You need more community places. You need to get going on this.
He literally said, stop. Commercial builders, are you here? Are you listening?
Are you listening? Get building, right? And so all those people, there's more people who are looking for employment, and there's more opportunities. And then when you combine it with, these opportunities out at the airport and our industrial area around there, like there's it's a great opportunity to come and grow in Charlotte County.
So this is a great time to move your business.
It's a great time.
Okay. All right. So that snippet's going to be our commercial.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. So one of the reasons I actually did want to do this podcast with you was because you recently went to the MRO show. I got some great pictures, which I'll share, and I'll put a link in the podcast description here. But it looked like a really fun show. Do you want to share a little bit about, for people who don't know what MRO even is, or
right. Let's start with that.
Yeah. I didn't know what that was.
It's a new verbiage if you're not in the aviation industry. Maintenance, repair, and overhaul is MRO, and that encompasses all the companies that do everything to support keeping the planes in the air, keeping the world moving. And so going to that show in Atlanta, being able to meet with, there was thousands of exhibitors, so many companies, being able to speak with them and let them know about this opportunity. We've had a couple great meetings follow up from that. They're ready. Some people were like, hey, we need to talk to you about this opportunity because we have this land at the airport. But the MRO show itself was everyone with the economy right now and how the world is going, everyone is bringing things back to America. So a lot of companies who maybe had looked at expanding overseas are now going, hey, we want to get, we need more stateside locations, or we need to come and have a stateside location. And so that puts us with Florida, being very, our tax environment here is fantastic. We have some of the lowest taxes in the country. Yeah. So they're very open, and we're affordable in Charlotte County.
Yeah. What was your feeling on how many vendors? Were there a lot there?
Thousands.
Really?
Yeah, there were so many.
Did you feel overwhelmed?
It was massive.
Yeah. I bet you wore comfortable shoes.
I did the second day.
The first day you made the mistake we all make. Went home with blisters.
It was a lot of walking.
Yeah,
it was
I
a lot
can't
of walking,
imagine.
a lot of talking, a lot of meeting some great companies.
Awesome.
But
what was your overall impression, like when you walked away after? And how long were you there? 3 days? 2 days?
Yeah, it was 3 days. But the overall impression is that, our county is aligning with where a lot of these companies want to go with growth and what we have to offer. We have the workforce, we have the affordability, we have the locations. Like, it's just a matter of, hey, we're here.
Yeah.
We have availability for you. Come expand here.
Yeah.
Bring your organization and we will support you once you get here. It's not just a, hey, thanks for coming in here. It's like, oh yeah, we're going to have education and in our programs, and we're going to supply you with a great workforce. So
yeah. So what were some standout moments, companies, technology, or something that really caught your attention at the show?
Well, there was one, there's a company I've been targeting that I would love to bring here.
Okay.
It's called
Is it
Heiko.
secret? Oh, okay, you're allowed to say it.
Well, they're not. I'm pursuing them. I'm like, you're a fantastic employer.
Okay.
How you treat your employees, like you're down in Fort Myers. Hey, you just need to come up here a little bit. And I hear you're out of space. So
all right. So what did they do?
Stalked the booth and saw the CEO, and I said, I'm just going to go up there and introduce myself.
Yeah. You're a find outologist. So what have you found out? Tell us.
So I just had a brief conversation with him. And Heiko they have so many sub companies and such. So just going to keep communicating with them about our opportunities.
Yeah.
And eventually we're going to
force them to come. I got you.
Bring them up here.
Yeah. I sometimes think you're from New Jersey and you just don't know it.
Ohio, Jersey.
All right. So what are some of the biggest conversations happening at the show, especially around growth, supply chain, and workforce development?
Well, reshoring was a big conversation, just with the tariffs and, everyone being concerned with what's going on as far as, what those changes, everything. Actually, that week, it was all like up in the air, like were there going to be tariffs, were there not going to be tariffs, how much are they going to be?
Yeah. So was everybody's feeling basically like, okay, we're going to plan on, trying to move as much stuff back to the U.S. and kind of plan for the worst case scenario?
As fast as possible.
Okay, got it.
Like,
well, that's, good for Charlotte County, I guess.
Yeah.
How does an event like MRO Americas tie back to opportunities for Charlotte County? Basically, all the companies that you met are potential business for Charlotte County.
Yeah,
that's literally
essence,
it. Yeah.
Every company
is a potential client.
If you are doing business and you're in a state that is higher tax than us, then you're a potential client.
Yeah.
Because pretty much unless you're already in Florida, I'm coming for you.
Well, it's also quality of life. I feel like that's undervalued, but for companies to come here and, like let's say everything else is equal. Yeah. Would you rather do it here where it's sunny and endless summer or, where it's a blizzard? Personally, I would rather be on the beach.
Well, so my husband and I had that conversation before we moved to Florida was how much of your life is spent inside? And then how much of your life are you spent paying to go do entertainment inside up north?
Yeah.
And down here, the beach is free.
Yeah.
Looking for shark's teeth costs nothing.
Yeah. And it's so much fun. Yeah. And the kids love it. So there's so much family stuff to do outside because the best side is outside, according to our tourism department. And I agree. Right. I think our best side is outside. Okay. So we saw you at the coolest booth ever and it was the MRO themed one. Can you tell us like how cool is that and what made it stand out?
She's from Jersey when she says MRO instead of Mario.
It's MRO. Okay.
It's MRO.
It's MRO. Okay. And Luigi.
Okay. So that booth was so
Luigi?
Fun. Yeah. Okay. It was so fun. The team behind it, they used the Mario themed, leveling up, punching the.
I loved that. Yeah. That was so cool.
Power block. It just reminded us that even in high tech industries, connection, fun.
Yeah.
They were like, why have a booth like everyone else? Everything is black, blue, and boring. Like,
oh, I like that. Black, blue, boring.
Yeah. They're like, we want to have, blue is very much a common color in the aviation, for the show. So they were like, we want to have something memorable and something that brought a sense of fun.
Yeah.
And they did. They really did.
An off the cuff question here, but what I found fascinating to hear that we have in Charlotte County, like I don't remember the name of the company, but the leather, like they do the seats.
Oh, yeah, the interior.
Yeah, so how like when I think about like aerospace, I never think about all the peripheral things. You know,
Right.
there's the seats, there's
Yes.
the airplane stands, there's just so much stuff that goes into it.
Yeah.
So it's just fascinating to think how many industries, like bringing aerospace here, how many supporting industries would come.
Yeah, actually, Ivan, I sent you an email. I met a gentleman who does seats.
Oh, really?
And he offered to donate some for our students to train with at the school
Oh,
system.
look at that, Ivan.
Yeah,
I don't know you,
I
but
sent
that's
him
lovely.
an email afterwards and followed up with him. So yeah, thank you
Oh.
for the seats that you're going to be sending. And
Oh, that's so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, who knew?
Wow,
Who
Ivan.
knew? Yeah,
What a stand-up guy.
I know.
Okay, so from what you saw at the MRO show, what trends do you think are most important in the business for our region to keep an eye on?
Well, okay, so not so much trends, because I think what it proved to me is we're on the right track.
Okay.
We're on the right track as far as, coordinating with our businesses, whether it's aviation or other, to be able to provide. Workforce is like what is killing everybody right now. The lack of employees, the struggle to find good ones, like
who show up and stay. And
yes, every booth, every company, it's a struggle bus. So I think we're on the right track with doing everything we can to facilitate that circle, because when you have good education, and then you have good employment, and then you have uplifted families in your communities, and better quality.
Well, do you want to talk a little bit about our PCS program? So where we're like enticing veterans to come, and they're a great workforce, so that hopefully helps the aviation industry a little bit here.
Yeah, actually, we're getting ready to go to the Soft Week in Tampa next week, which is the Special Forces conference. I'm going to go meet with some companies up there, but they have a foundation too that helps with that. So I'm hoping to connect with them, because our goal with the PCS to Charlotte County is to say, hey, when you're done with your service time, please come, please bring your family. We have a great place for you to live. We have great jobs for you to have, and a great quality of life. And so that's pretty much at the end of the day, we're a Purple Heart community here, as you know, for Charlotte County. So we have a lot of veterans, and we're very supportive of our military vets, and very appreciative.
So, and I think that makes us a really special community. So
absolutely.
So if a Charlotte business owner is listening today and wondering about opportunities in aerospace or manufacturing, what would you say to them?
Call us, have a conversation.
Okay. Wow, you are from Jersey. You're very aggressive. There you go. Call us.
Just call us. Have a conversation. How can you expand if you're already here and you want to expand, and you're not sure how? We have resources for you. We have SCORE, we have SBDC contacts, we have resources to help support the businesses. As Mark Odell, our counterpart, he helps facilitate those. But just call us and have those conversations.
Yeah, Mark is very friendly, and he's always on the move. So
yes, he is. Be on the lookout.
Okay, now the fun part.
Okay.
This is personal reflections and rapid fire.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, get ready. Brace yourself. Okay, this is not rapid fire, but what's been the biggest learning curve in your new role, and how are you tackling it?
Biggest learning curve. Not knowing all the players. Because this is our director, she's been here 20 years. She knows everybody. And so just having to build those relationships, it takes time. And it takes communication, and it takes occasions and meetings, and those things.
I struggled
together.
with alphabet soup.
Alphabet soup. Oh, too many acronyms.
I didn't know anything. I didn't know anybody, and I didn't know what anything stood for. So you'd be having a conversation, and they'd be like, "Oh, did you go to the ABC on the DEF at the FYG? Because we need to work on the
like we are military. We have our own version.
We need to work on the XYZ."
It's like
I would be jotting everything down and have to go back and Google it. And then I didn't know anybody. And like you said, Kay has been here for 20 years, and she's talking about things and people that I have no idea who that is or what they do.
Find out.
We will Google it when I get back to the office. So I agree with you. That was really hard.
That's the hardest.
Yeah.
Is the task hard per se? Well, you have to be willing to take a lot of rejection, or a lot of maybe next time, or maybe later.
Yeah.
Or
timeline
right
too.
Now.
Timeline. You have to be I didn't realize some projects take 5, 10 years, 15.
Yeah.
I mean,
and sometimes projects come in, or we could be asked to bid on a project, and it's top secret, and we can't talk about it. And then we may or may not get it. Sometimes we do get it. Sometimes they pick a different community. But
they're lost. But
exactly. They'll learn. But that part, just building those relationships, and it takes time, and learning everyone. But I know that once we have all those connections, we're going to be able to plug people into the resources they need as soon as they call.
Yeah.
So,
all right. So who or what inspires you most in your work?
who or what inspires me most in my work?
It doesn't have to be at work, but who motivates you the most, or who's been most inspirational to you?
Well, my parents are both military veterans, so growing up in that kind of family where they both serve, both my grandparents served, like that sense of community and that sense of like supporting your community. That's really like it just
shaped you.
It gets me excited to like I'm gonna go help the community today.
Yeah,
I'm such a cheeseball. I know, but
no,
that's okay.
Awesome.
It's like hey, like they served our country. This country is 100% worth it. So.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. My entire family is military. I know we have had this conversation, but my entire family is military and police, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I am the only one who chose to not, because I don't like being yelled at and I cry. So that's the only reason I didn't. I love it. I respect it. I wish I could, but I just can't be yelled at. So
totally understand.
So yeah, there you go.
But here you are.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah. I'm supporting the military by the PCS campaign and Hometown Heroes.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And we help the military veterans get their special accreditation. Mark has helped with that for the government.
When he's not moving. He's
never not moving.
True. All right. So now I think we're going to start rapid fire.
Okay.
Would you prefer the beach or the mountains?
I love both.
Really?
Yes. We had a mountain cabin for a long time.
Aw.
And now I have to have
Ohio?
Right on the West Virginia Maryland line.
Oh, really?
So
interesting.
We still have our property up there in the mountains.
That's nice.
Where we go deer.
Okay, we won't make you pick. All right.
Okay, both.
Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Okay, thank God. Otherwise, we'd be not friends anymore.
Not friends.
Favorite way to unwind after a busy workday?
Oh, well, right now I'm really in love with my bird feeder. It's great.
Oh, I love that. Do you get hummingbirds?
Awesome. Oh, no, not hummingbirds, but I have like 2 sets of cardinals and my mourning doves. Oh, I love my mourning doves.
Yeah.
They come in, it's just great.
I used to have a cockatiel I loved.
Oh, really?
Her name was Peekaboo because all she could say was peekaboo.
Peekaboo?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so cute.
Adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, I'm really enjoying that.
That's good. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, my parents used to get hummingbirds at their house in
awesome.
North Carolina. They're so cool. Yeah. They're awesome.
That's cool.
Well, I'm an animal person, as you know.
Yes, I
do. If you could have dinner with any leader in the industry, who would it be and why?
Well, it would, if I could have dinner with anybody, it would be Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
But he's since passed on, but that would be the best.
That's funny.
Winston Churchill.
Yeah.
So
that's funny. Why?
One of my favorite historical figures.
That's so fun. My dad loves him. My dad can quote like a million things he said.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Isn't that funny?
It was like, he was he was in the right place at the right time to guide England through their toughest hour. And then he even fell out of favor afterwards. It was like, one of those people, oh, we loved him. He was the best. And oh no, he was terrible.
Yeah.
But you really didn't realize what at the right place at the right time to make those hard decisions and to do the hard things.
Yeah. People didn't want the medicine he gave, but it was what they needed.
Yep.
So yeah.
That would be my person.
All right. So before we wrap up, what's one thing you'd like our listeners to know about the future of Charlotte County?
It's going to be great.
Aw, you're so adorable. Aw, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much. This was actually a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I thought this was going to be nerve-wracking, but this was actually
a little nerve-wracking.
For you, really?
My nerves were racked.
Were they?
It's okay.
Really? Aw, well, you were great.
Okay.
I thought that was a lot of fun. Maybe we'll do it again after your next show and see what exciting things you have going on. And if people want to see pictures of the MRO show in the cool Mario booth, I will include a link in the description. Fun. Yeah, it's really cool. Fun. You guys have to check it out.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Thank you.
Did you want to say something?
Oh, I was going to say, we're going to Soft Week and that should have some great pictures.
Yeah, check it out for sure.
Yep,
absolutely. Until next time.
Bye.